Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm Deaqon James, DJ, the lazy photographer, and we're going to talk about getting things done at my YouTube channel here. Kind of go over the things of how we can do things, how we make things happen, and a lot of the business. Today I wanted to talk about this right here. It's a notebook, as you can see. And I think that it's something that every photographer should definitely have in their gear. And what you want to use it for is you want to jot down ideas. If you see something that inspires you, you want to write it down. Don't let anything that you see that inspires you that you might want to duplicate, do not allow that to go by you without you actually writing it down. Because you can come back later, write down the styling, write down what you saw, what you thought it was like, how you can take that and make it your own, what inspired you about it. Write it down. It's important to have a notebook. Also, too, one of the things that I personally do is every evening I call it 30 minutes. Okay, it's just 30 minutes of time that I spend every day. I spend 15 minutes before I go to bed. I sit down, I write my goals, I write my plan for the next day, and then the next morning I review my plan so that I can know what I need to do for the day. I personally think it's very critical and important for each person to have a notebook with their goals, their plans, and you're chunking out a journey line of what you need to do that day to achieve the goals that you want to achieve photographically. Spend an hour if you can watching videos and learning about the craft, learning the skills of photography. But definitely take your notebook out, write notes, go outside and shoot. If you can't go outside while you're in-house, shoot anything. If light is falling on it, you need to be shooting it. You know, I see a lot of stuff, and I'm kind of going to go a little rant here, but I see a lot of stuff and a lot of times when newbie photographers are out there talking about clients and shooting weddings. It's like, you've been shooting for 4 months. Why are you thinking that you should shoot a wedding? You are definitely underskilled and underprepared to do that. So take the time, learn, shoot every day. I mean, there are some photographers that shoot for hours every day. Now, so a lot of people today don't think they have that much time, and maybe you don't. You got a job, you've got family, you've got responsibilities, so you can't spend 4 hours a day shooting. But the odd thing is that people often will spend 4 hours a day watching television. Think about it. That's time that you could be working and honing your skill set and your craft and learning more and doing more. Because we can read books, we can watch YouTube channels like this one, you can learn a whole lot of stuff in theory, but until you've gone out there and you've exposed some images, you don't know squat. Okay? So you gotta get out there, you've gotta work, you've gotta put in the work. Being a photographer, becoming a photographer is very much like bodybuilding or going to the gym. You can talk about all the work that you're putting in, all the effort, all the practice you're getting, but guarantee you, we're going to know by what we see. If you're saying, hey, I go to the gym every day and I work out hard, but 12 weeks from the time you started going, you still look the same as you did when you started, then we know you're full of it. And when photographically, it's like if you're not getting better, there's something wrong. You're either not practicing enough, you're not experimenting enough, or you're not getting the proper information to help push you to change you. Look, if you've got a whole bunch of people, especially if you're new, if you've got a whole bunch of people who are sitting around and telling you how great you are and how great your shooting is and how great your pictures are, they're probably not being candid with you. They're probably trying to preserve your feelings, because the reality of it is nobody wakes up in the morning, I don't care how much talent you have, and goes out there, picks up a camera and gets it right, because you have to have both the talent and the skill. Now, I've seen photographers that have no talent whatsoever in photographing, but they have an impeccable skill set, and that carries them through. They're not taking the photographs that are necessarily going to win Pulitzers or any kinds of awards, but they get it done precisely every time. They can expose. They know how to compose, expose, and get the shot. That's what they do. Then you have the guy who's talented, and he can get the shot, he's got a great eye, and you can see that this person's got a great eye, but their technical aspect of the images are lacking. So the question is who has a better shot? The skilled photographer or the talented photographer with no skill? The idea, obviously, the talented photographer probably is going to become a better photographer once they acquire the skill. But skill comes from practice. So you want to write down your book. You want to write down, hey, at this time of the day, I exposed at these, f-stop and shutter speed and ISOs, so that you know that the next day at the same time, maybe you pull out your camera again and you try it again. And see how that light is different that next day. Especially since the sun stays up longer. So at 1800 hours in the winter isn't going to be the same light as 1800 hours in July, and that's not going to be the same light as 1800 hours in August or September. So those are things you need to know. You need to know, write down, okay, you know what? Challenge yourself. Think about, hey, if I expose for this, if I'm going to go do a shoot, how do I expose for it? How do I light it? Those are things you need to think about. Get a notebook, start writing it down, take notes, and I'm probably going to challenge you guys to get notebooks anyway, because part of some of the stuff that I think we're going to do coming up is going to require you to take notes so you can challenge yourself. Hey, I'm looking forward to your questions, your comments, so please like, share, comment, definitely comment your questions. If you have any questions, let me know. Check out my website, sign up for the mailing list, newsletter goes out, it's been going out, but I'm going to work to make it. I'm committing myself to bringing out the newsletter once a week, and it's going to have answers to some of your questions. The blog posts on the website, there'll be more of those with more information. So definitely check those out. I'm going to link in the subject below, and I'm going to link you here on the screen to definitely go check out my website. Once again, I'm DJ. Thank you, the Lazy Photographer. Thank you very much for checking me out.